international drivers who've made the transition to Formula D.
And I actually had the chance to tandem with Ken Gushi in top 32 here last year. He's a really consistent driver, really smooth, no funny business during his tandem run, so we're probably going to see a really close, clean run with these guys.
You know, Ken Gushi's also driving that FRS. Have you had a chance to drive an FRS, or have you looked at them much? What are your thoughts on that car?
I haven't had much experience with them at all, and I've never been behind the wheel, but I did have Ken Gushi knocking at my front door in practice last night. It was pretty cool.
Of course, Kenny Moen also has that championship chassis of Tanner Faust, also a 350Z. Ryan, you have the VK56 V8 motor. You know, Moen who's on the right as you look at them on the start line. He's got the V6 power. What was the reasoning behind going the V8 route?
It was actually a coincidence that we ran with the V8. We picked up the car as a bare chassis so we could build it from the ground up, and the guy we bought it from had a V8 laying around, and we took it off his hands.
Again, Kenny Moen, powered by the Garrett Turbo, looking to go V8 hunting. On initiation, 73 miles an hour. Wow. Moen's got a super wide angle. Gushi cuts in very tight on his door. Coming around the clipping point, a little off the clipping zone. Gushi gives him just enough room for transition on that outer line. Wow, great chase run from Gushi.
Yeah, like I was saying, he was knocking on my front door in practice last night, and looks like Kenny Moen just got to see what that feels like.
Always intimidating when you get a car like that on your door. Here we go with the replay. One of the rare four-cylinder cars in the series with Ken Gushi going up against a turbo V6. It's not very often that we have a matchup like this without a V8 motor. Gushi getting hard on the door of Moen. Moen's used to close competitive tandem rounds like this. He's got a lot of experience in tandem, especially over in Europe. I know a lot of the Norwegians are staying up late to watch this. We thank all you guys in the Drift Stream for tuning in around the world. I know we got people from Ireland, from Norway, from the US, a couple Canadians. We even get people staying up late / waking up early in Australia and New Zealand. It's already Sunday in Australia and New Zealand. In the Far East, like Japan, Singapore, FD Asia. So these guys are going to switch positions. Gushi will be leading. Kenny Moen will be on the left, giving chase. So Ryan, I want to thank you again for coming out up here. You know, our next stop on the schedule is New Jersey. How do you like that track? It's a little bit tricky with all the bumps and the steep angle. Do you like driving on banked tracks like that, or do you prefer the flat ones like the Palm Beach setup we have here?
You know, I used to race a lot of motocross when I was younger, and driving on the Wall Speedway in New Jersey really reminds me of going through the whoop section in that infield. The car's just bouncing around, staying full throttle. I actually enjoy that track a lot. Ken Gush is going to be initiating first down here on his lead run. Here we go, 73.3 miles an hour on initiation. Kenny Moen running that shallow line to catch up to Gush, returning the favor that Gushi gave to him. Little bit further behind than what Gushi gave him, maybe a little bit cleaner line. Moen staying close. Around the last clip, finishing out the run. Ooh, tough to call. It looked
Ryan,
like,
what do you think?
Looked like Kenny Moen had a little bit of a correction in the sweeper here. Saw some pretty intense understeer. That might be too much of a gap to overcome there.
Interesting to see what happens. Both drivers hard on the brakes. Catching up. There's the washout, loses a little bit of angle. That's what you're talking about, Ryan. Pretty conservative run from both drivers. Not too aggressive compared to some of the other tandems that we've seen, but both drivers definitely giving it all. Interesting to see how the judges run that. So all three judges are going to be looking at this to see which car they're voting for. Looking over their very interesting decisions. One more time from Andy Yen. Unanimous decision one more time. again, I think the situation with this was both drivers had pretty similar runs, both on their lead and their chase. Nothing really stood out, so we're going one more time.